Welcome back to Space Cadets Away Missions. I have a correction, which you probably caught from the last episode. You can only pick up the artifacts, your discoveries that you find on your turn. And so I inadvertently moved, I think the first error was moving in Lance DeSoto to pick up the telepathy band. There's a workaround to this, of course, because on your turn, for free actions, you can pick up an item and you can trade it with somebody for free. So what I'm going to say happened there is DeSoto moved in, picked up the telepathy band, which he's not allowed to do because it's not his turn, but then Annie Fletcher moved in, so she could have picked up the telepathy band and handed it over to Chief Lance DeSoto. So we're going to say that's what happened. The same thing with the time warp. Annie moved in here by using the special ability that Lance used, her move out ability, and I had her pick up the time warp. Again, not supposed to be able to do that because it's not her turn. However, when Lance moved in here, then he could, as a free action, pick up the time warp and then hand it to First Officer Annie Fletcher. So just to clarify that, you cannot pick up items if it is not your turn. All right, with all of that said and done, let's get right into it. I'm going to have Annie go first again, and so she's going to scan. She has one non-combat action, and she has two regular actions, which could be used for combat. So the closest tile is either this one or this one from her. I think just to clean out some of the nest here, we're going to go right to this tile. And we're going to flip it over, and again, another clear line of sight, so we don't have to spend actions opening doors. And in here is the mentality helmet. All right, and what aliens do we have in here? Two saucermen and a bug. Of course, no bugs in this scenario, so we have two saucermen in here. All right, so Annie now, of course, has a non-combat action, but she's going to use her regular action point to shoot with her atomic rifle. One space away is going to allow her to roll 5 dice to try to shoot at one of the saucermen. So let's go to the dice tray and roll 5 dice. All right, Annie rolling her 5 dice, and she gets 1 success, which is all she needs to do 1 hit point of damage to one of the saucermen. Let's go over to the board there and remove one of them. All right, so she successfully shoots one of these with her atomic rifle. No overkills this time, though. So she's going to go ahead and she's going to use her second action point to shoot at this one. Another 5 dice roll for her atomic rifle. All right, her second shot. And once again, just 1 success, but that is enough to take out the saucerman. So let's go and do that. All right, so she manages to take out the second saucerman. Now she has 1 non-combat action point, and she's going to use that to move. So she's going to move into this location, and she's going to, as a free action, it's her turn now, pick up the mentality helmet. And let's take a look and find it and see what it does for her. So what is the mentality helmet? It has 2 power-ups, 2 green cubes on it. Ignore, panic, or mind control. So that's a good ability. She cannot be panicked, and she cannot have mind control activated on her. So we're going to take 2 green cubes and put it on the mentality helmet. If she uses that ability, using gear, during her turn, then she'll remove one of the green cubes. And there you have it. All right, up next is DeSoto. It's his turn now. He is second in scan order, so he is now going to have to scan a tile closest to him. So I'm just readjust the camera. We're going to do that. All right, he has no option. He's right here, and this is the closest tile to him, 1 space away. So he must scan this one. And again, we're going to orient this way. Now this time we do have a hatch, sealed hatch between them. So in here we have the proton blade, basically a lightsaber, and inside here is a leader and 2 saucermen. All right, so we have a leader and we have 2 saucermen. But this time we have a closed door. And so what DeSoto is going to do for his very first action is he is going to open the hatch. So we place a hatch open marker here. Now he has line of sight to the aliens inside. And of course, he's going to use his combat action. He's going to shoot at the leader. So he gets to roll 5 dice. With his combat action, let's go over and see if he can hit. All right, DeSoto shooting at the leader. Well, he has a hit, which is going to kill the leader, and he has 1 overkill. So let's go. And I think we're just going to go ahead and use his strafe ability, which is going to allow him to kill an extra alien. We looked at that the last episode. So let's go to the board. He's going to be taking out the leader and strafing one of the other saucermen. All right, the leader is shot down by the atomic rifle, and another saucerman goes down as well, as DeSoto uses his strafe ability. All right, he still has 1 more action point, and he's going to go ahead and he's going to spend that action point, of course, to shoot at this alien. Let's clear them all out. He gets 5 more dice. All right, Lance using his last action point to attack the last saucerman. And once again, he gets 1 hit, which is going to kill the saucerman, and another overkill. And of course, strafe is going to be useless for him. So is the overkill on the atomic rifle. He could use the telepathy thing to move himself 1 space. And I think he might actually go ahead and do that. All right, and so he is going to use the telepathy band. He has 1 cube left on it. Use another Rocketeer's personal overkill option. So he's going to use First Officer Annie Fletcher's move out ability. This, of course, now is useless. It has no more power-ups on it, so it can't be used anymore. However, he's going to move himself 1 space using Annie Fletcher's overkill option, move out. All right, so DeSoto, through the open hatch, takes out, shoots this guy, uses the overkill ability of Annie Fletcher to move out, boom, moves in here, picks up the proton blade. It's a free action. It's his turn. And let's take a look at the proton blade and see just what it is that he's picked up. All right, it says it's going to get 2 power-ups, so it has 2 uses. It's a weapon, requires an attack action to use a successful 1 hit plus 1 alien blood. Well, we're not collecting alien blood in this scenario, so that doesn't matter. It has an overkill slash plus 1 hit to any alien in the tile, or 1 alien blood. It rolls 6 dice, but you can use it in the space you are in. So pretty awesome weapon. We're going to add 2 cubes to that, and that is now going to be DeSoto's basic lightsaber to be used. And once again, we come to the end of the episode, and we have now the alien turn, of course, which doesn't happen because, again, they're just so successful at wiping out the aliens and collecting the goodies that nothing much is going to happen. And so that's the end. We're going to be resetting all the action points, of course, because we're going right back into their turn, because nothing much else is going on with no aliens about. All right, they still have full hit points, full oxygen. This is the introductory scenario, of course, so it's relatively simple. Of course, once we find the Sentinel, though, he is a little bit of a tougher nut to crack. He has 4 hit points. He rolls a lot of dice to attack, so may not have such an easy time with him. All right, well, once again, thanks so much for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Join me next time for the continuation of Space Cadets away missions. We're doing the first mission, the Mercury probe. All right, thanks for watching, and join me next time.